Hello, everybody. Hyper Mario Sunshine here, and welcome to our last minute predictions on, well, the Nintendo Direct that is happening tomorrow at March 27th, 2025 at 10 a.m. EST. So, yeah, as you guys saw on my YouTube account, on my post earlier, that I talked about how I wasn't going to be able to live stream or be at Nintendo NY for this. I don't think they're actually going to have this at Nintendo NY, the direct reactions and whatnot. I could see the Switch 2 one, which is next week, one instead. So I'll be 100% going for that. But yeah, with this, as we can see, tune in tomorrow at March 27th at 7 a.m. PT for a live streamed hashtag Nintendo Direct featuring around 30 minutes of upcoming games for the Nintendo Switch. There will be no updates about the Nintendo Switch 2 during this presentation, and we can watch it here. And underneath Nintendo of America post, information about Nintendo Switch 2 will be shared on April 2nd at 6 a.m. PT in the Nintendo Direct Nintendo Switch 2 April 2nd, 2025 presentation. So, yeah, they already are clearing that up that this is a Switch 1 related Direct. Now, there's already a lot of people speculating and a lot of rumors going around, and this Nintendo Direct was actually leaked by several sources, including Nate the Hate and several others like Andy Robinson. So, yeah, a lot of people are already figuring out about this in terms of insiders and leakers. Even Piora was saying that it wasn't a partner showcase or a mini, it was straight up a full Direct. And also, my cat Atlas is on top of my head right now. Decided just to lay down on it. So, yeah, obviously, over here, one of the insiders, Jeff Grubb, I went to Stealth40K's account on Twitter. Oh yeah, and there's also in the hall at New York. You actually see that they're prepping up for the Switch 2, for the Nintendo Switch 2 experience. But yeah, according to Jeff Grubb, this is the reason why he had heard about the Direct. The reason I learned about this Nintendo Direct is because of a partner game, and there is going to be a game that will cause a lot of conversation that is not necessarily a Nintendo one. So a lot of people are thinking it's Deltarune or Hollow Knight, Silk Song, and honestly, I personally don't think it's going to be either of them. Uh, I think it's going to be something else. As you guys can see, I have a bingo board on what my prediction's going to be. Also, some people are obviously speculating Masahiro Sakurai because he quote retweeted this Direct, and yeah, if you were to click on this, it used to say method, but I guess the translation was poor, and it was fixed, and it says, oh, I see, and some people are saying, oh, interesting. I personally don't think it's going to be anything like Smash or Kid Icarus related. I think he's just quote retweeting it because he's like, oh, interesting that they're putting up a Switch 1 Direct a week before the Switch 2 one. That's going to be my guess. Obviously, it could be wrong. It could be something Kid Icarus related. I doubt that it's Smash related. That's definitely in a very, very unlikely realm of possibilities. So yeah, these were the three things I want to talk about, and also I just want to let you guys know I actually reached 700 subscribers recently. I am really happy about that. Yeah, uh, thank you all so much for that. I really appreciate it, and also, uh, my 35th Let's Play poll is still going. I will post the link in the description below, and you can pick between Xenoblade Chronicles, Golden Sun, Okami, and Astrobot. Uh, yeah, so this poll has been going around, and there is a pretty good race right now. Although one game is clearly a standout amongst the rest, you guys could potentially change that result. I would greatly appreciate it. But anyways, back to my predictions. So, as you guys can see on the left, I have my bingo board, and we're going to start from top left. Well, we're going to start with bottom right first, and that is why I don't think Hollow Knight's going to be in here. Even though were some changes to the Steam page recently, and for some copyrights being redone or trademarks, something like that. Recently, I think it's not going to pop up at the last Nintendo Direct. If they were going to have it on something, I feel like it would be their own own announcement, or they would have it at the Switch 2 Direct for a bigger audience. But yeah, we're just gonna get rid of that one first thing, and I guess we'll also get this out of the way. I don't think there's going to be any Legends Arceus news. I know there's been some leaks lately revolving around new potential Mega Evolutions. So yeah, I don't think they're going to reveal it that soon. I feel like that maybe they're going to have a Shadow Drop trailer in the coming months. Maybe in June we'll have, or usual summer Pokemon Presents will get a second, more in-depth trailer for Legends ZA. Anyways, we're going to start off first with Metroid Prime 4. I think we're going to be getting news here for the new game. And yeah, obviously we did get Metroid Prime 4 in the last Nintendo Direct. Not the partner showcase, the one that I actually went to at Nintendo NY back in June when they revealed, Mario and Luigi Brothers ship, the Marvel vs. Capcom collection, etc. And Prime 4 was the big final reveal. I feel like they're going to definitely reveal it here as well. They're going to reveal more gameplay information and footage, likely a little bit of the story of what's going on, more stuff with Silux, and likely the release date. We know it's in 2025, but they're probably going to give us a more solidified release date or release time. Next up is Super Smash Bros. On NSO for the Nintendo 64. I feel like this is the last big Nintendo 64 game left from Nintendo themselves. Like, obviously, there are third parties that they could add. One example, I guess, is a very mixed game with Quest 64. Obviously, there's plenty of other games they could release, but I kind of think that it's going to be, if they are going to add a new N64 game from Nintendo, I feel like Smash is the last big one they really need on there. Obviously, I don't really know any other ones. Maybe Conquer's Bad Fur Day? I don't know. But yeah. Next up, NSO Online. I feel like we're going to get some sort of big update because they did say stay tuned in 2025 for the anniversary, because I believe this year is the 5th anniversary of the NSO NSO being up. So yeah, we've had, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, NES, Super Nintendo, N64. So I feel like the next thing would basically be to do something else, potentially DS or GameCube. I don't really know, but I feel like there has to be something, because like they were I remember them having a post about it saying like the anniversary is coming up soon, and we're going to be having more in store in 2025. So yeah, there was no anniversary thing, but they did say that there's going to be some more big stuff in 2025. So I think maybe this would be a good time to reveal it, or at least hint about it. Next up, I think this one was rumored for a good while, is that Kirby Planet Robobot is going to be getting a remaster on the Nintendo Switch. So the 3DS game is going to be, I think it's honestly the best Kirby game on the 3DS. I mean, there's only two, and it's the only other one. I guess if you count like all the spin-offs, but sorry. But yeah, I think Kirby Planet Robobot will finally be confirmed. It's basically like the last Kirby game I think they're planning on putting on the Switch. It's been rumored for a while. I think Nate the Hate also has talked about it. So next up, Mario Party Jamboree. Now, just because I have predictions doesn't mean all of them have to be, right on the spot. They're going to be, so easy to predict, and I'm going to get bingos left and right. No. I think we will also have our fair share of a little bit more out of their predictions to spice it up a little bit, because it would be pretty cool if you got like a pretty cool prediction before. I've gotten Advance Wars before, and there was no leaks about it, but I put it on my thing and I got it one time. Even though didn't get me a full bingo, I was just happy to get it. But yeah, Mario Party Jamboree getting DLC, whether it's paid or free with it, whether it's like new mini games, another map or two, more characters. I definitely would be down for more Super Mario Party Jamboree DLC in some way, just to keep people playing Mario Party more, enjoying the game a little bit longer until we get a Mario Party on the Switch 2. Next up, a game series that I don't really know much about, but I have a lot of friends who do know a lot about it. Well, not a lot of friends, but a few friends that do know a lot about it. And it's a series that I don't know. Like, I want to try getting into it, but at the same time, there's some other aspects that I personally think is stupid to really talk about. The reasons why I don't want to get into it. But anyways, I think Trails in the Sky first is going to be getting its release date. The Trail series is very well known. They're Falcom's, second other series next to Ys. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm sorry to any Falcom fans if I butchered the pronunciation of the other game. But yeah, the Trails games. This is the first one I believe is getting a remaster. It's never been. I think it's released to the West, but it's pretty aged poorly. So it finally getting a remake is pretty cool, and I think it's pretty close to getting a reveal for its release date. So I feel like a new trailer would suffice for that. Next up, a big one for me. I think we're going to finally be getting that Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War remake. I know I've been saying pretty much with every direct, but I think it's finally going to happen. Hopefully. Crossing my fingers. Next up, Pac-Man World 2 repack. Actually, wait, hold on. I'm going to talk about this a little bit more because, yeah, I think Fire Emblem Genealogy of Holy War has been rumored for a while. It's been rumored since 2021, and it was in that leak with Engage when it was originally leaked out, with Alear and a whole bunch of other characters like Ivy and and I think Fran and I forgot what's his face, the old guy that's with you. Technically, your jargon for that game, but yeah, I remember a lot of them were leaked, and yeah, I remember seeing that, and I remember them talking about Fire Emblem 4 getting a remake. So again, there was some stuff that didn't line up, but also some stuff that did line up. It's been rumored for a while. So yeah, FE4 remake. I think it usually makes a lot of sense because the DS had Shadow Dragon and New Mystery of the Emblem at the latter part of its life. Shadows Valentia was at the latter part of the 3DS life. So I think the latter part of the Switch's life would be the remake for Genealogy of the Holy War. And we would be getting at the Switch 2, maybe not year 1, but definitely year 2 or 3, a Fire Emblem game, a new one. Anyways, Pac-Man World 2 repack, I think is going to happen. Especially Pac-Man's 45th anniversary. And I feel like they want to, bring in the most popular Pac-Man World game to more audiences on modern platforms. And I feel like Pac-Man World 2 repack would be a great way to do that. Especially since Pac-Man World 1 repack was pretty successful, I think World 2 would do even better. Especially since that's the game that a lot of people prefer and love way more. Next up, I think it's the last chance for Mario Baseball to be revealed. The reason why I'm putting it on my bingo list is quite for a few reasons. One, Nintendo is advertising themselves and the Switch 2 on the Seattle Mariners jerseys for this season. Away uniforms have the Nintendo Switch 2 logo on it, and their home uniforms have Nintendo on it. I think it makes a lot of sense for the away uniforms to have Switch 2, so you advertise it to whoever's team that they're visiting, so they could go to New York to face the Mets or the Yankees. They could go to California to face, the Dodgers, Giants, Angels, or Padres. They could go across the whole country with the Nintendo Switch 2, advertise it like, hey, our team, you may hate our team, but we would like for you to buy this cool gaming console if you guys are gamers, and, if you have children that love playing games. Here, we're advertising it. Secondly, a lot of Japanese crossovers have been happening in the MLB as of lately. We've been getting an MLB anime for some reason. We've been getting Demon Slayer crossing over with the MLB. We're getting Pokemon Go and even Pokemon themselves, like full-on Pokemon, crossing over with the MLB. Like, we're going to be having a Pokemon Go Day. We saw the Tokyo series with the Chicago Cubs and the Los Angeles Dodgers, that Pikachu's in Chicago Cubs and Los Angeles Dodgers uniforms were there. I feel like I think we're in and also Shohei Ohtani's in Fortnite. Like, you have video games in Japan, a lot of Japanese influence this year alone, I think would be a really good iron is hot moment to release a Mario Baseball game, especially since a lot of people in the MLB, not a lot, but like I guess like a few pages and even like some fan accounts have used Mario Baseball in their videos or as a likeliness for their media. And also, maybe for all we know, some players probably grew up playing the Mario Baseball games, especially since a lot of the people in their early 20s are my age, and they likely had played both Superstar Baseball and Sluggers growing up, if they, are gamers. But I'm pretty sure there are a few. But yeah, I think this is the last chance for it to be on Switch 1, and, they've had reveal Mario Baseball games at the latter part of a console's lifespan. Like, Superstar Baseball was released in 2005, basically the last big year for the GameCube, right before the Wii release. So, yeah, I think this is the last chance for Mario Baseball. And, yeah. Next up, 3 or more farming sims. I think this one was just a bit of a lazy one, but hey, it could happen, it can't happen. We might get more than one RPG farming sim or just a regular farming sim. But yeah. Next up, will it actually happen? I'm putting the either Twilight Princess HD or One Way HD finally coming to the Nintendo Switch after being rumored for forever since the beginning of the console. People have been wanting this. I feel like it needs to happen. There is I don't think there really is much Zelda to really add this year. I feel like this is a great way to send off and actually have like a big, audience that could actually purchase both of these games finally, an actual fully updated Wind Waker and fully updated Twilight Princess HD. But yeah, I think now would be the perfect time to do that right before the Switch 2. Plus, anybody buying a Switch 2, they could easily get these two games and still play it on there. I think that's really good, and plus we're not going to be seeing any major 3D Zeldas in a while, especially after Tears of the Kingdom. Next up, Halo. I feel like this is one of the potential games that actually might cause the conversation that Stealth reported about with Jeff Grubb. With Jeff Grubb saying how there's going to be cause a lot of conversation. It's not a Nintendo one. I feel like this is the perfect one to do so with. Having the Master Chief Collection, there's going to be like, oh my god, Master Chief is on Nintendo. He's playing like his games are on the Switch. That's crazy. And everybody's gonna be talking about it. I think it makes a lot of sense. That's another thing that's also been rumored for a while, and that is the Halo collection being brought to Nintendo Switch. Obviously, the middle's a free space, but I think this one's another wild one coming up, and that is I think Rivals of Aether 2 is going to be announced for the Nintendo Switch. Like, we already know it's coming to consoles, but I feel like this would be the perfect time to announce that it's coming to the Switch, and other consoles in general. And I feel like it would be perfect right before the Rivals of Aether April 1st Direct, like miniature Direct that they're having, that they announced a couple days ago. But yeah, I think Rivals of Aether 2 coming to the Switch is a wild prediction, but I feel like it'd be pretty cool to have that on a Nintendo Direct, especially since it's very much inspired by Super Smash Bros. Next up, this was also kind of leaked, but I don't know if it will appear in this Direct, and that is My Sims Action Bundle. Now, I took this one art. I probably will credit the person down below in the description, but yeah, I think we're going to be getting an Action Bundle, and there was also a leak that there's going to be a new My Sims game in general. Now, the Action Bundle is going to include Sky Heroes and Agents, so I think that one is more likely to be revealed. Both could be revealed, but I'm just going to go with this one because I think it's just the safer pick. Next up, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I feel like this might get a trailer. I'm not super confident, especially since we just had the beta, but they could also have another open beta for everybody to participate in. With the game being a little bit more polished, less glitches, because I heard that it was a mess. Like, there's some people having fun, but also some people experiencing a very problematic glitch fest. Like, again, most beta people are saying, but it's just the beta. But at the same time, some betas are still mostly polished. So, yeah. Next up, Mycopium for Tamagotchi Life to somehow come onto the Switch. We got Miitopia ported to the Switch, and it was amazing, especially with its revamped Mii creation. I feel like that would be amazing for Tamagotchi Life to have something similar. Every year, well, not even every year, every Nintendo Direct that passes by, the little part of me always expects Tamagotchi Life, even though the rest of me doesn't expect it, so that little part of me is always sad. Well, the rest of me is at least like, alright, that's fine, I accepted it anyways, that wasn't really going to happen. But yeah, there's that little copium spot, again, another wild prediction. Everything's going to be like, a guarantee or an almost guaranteed spot. Next one, we got either Metaphor ReFantazio or Persona 3 Reload coming to the Switch, being ported. It's been rumored that Metaphor is going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. Unsure about Persona 3 Reload, but I feel like one of those two games has to be ported, like announced. I feel like that might be the other game that could potentially get a lot of people talking about, aside from the Master Chief Collection, if it were to be announced from what Jeff Grubb was stating. So I feel like if there's something Atlus that will be presented, I feel like it's got to be one of these two being ported to the Switch. Obviously, it's not going to be running as good as like what you expect on the PS4 or PS5, but I feel like if they did everything correctly, obviously there'll be a little bit longer loading times, but I feel like if everything's done correctly, it could be ported pretty well optimized onto the Switch, either game. Next up, Dragon Quest 1 and 2 2D HD remake. I think this one is very likely, especially since we only got revealed that it was going to come out in 2025. I feel like we're going to be, and also Dragon Quest 3 2D HD has been out for a while. I feel like now is the perfect time to reveal how the other two games look in the same similar art style in the Erdrick trilogy. So yeah, I feel like that is pretty likely. Next up is, I already talked about No Legends Arceus. So I think a Pokemon spinoff is likely. Usually, for some reason, as of lately, they haven't been announcing them in recent times on Pokemon Presents. So I feel like a spinoff is possible. We could get a new spinoff, whether it would be like a new mystery dungeon, a new spinoff entirely, something spinoff related. Uh, Obviously, Pokken 2 is a pipe dream, but I'm putting it there as a little bit of a wild one. I don't think it's super possible, but at the same time, I wouldn't put it off the table either. Next one up, I don't think Uprising is going to be revealed. I think Sakurai, I think I already talked about this, but I'm going to just say it again. I think Sakurai's post about saying, oh, interesting, oh, that's, I see, is more so him talking about how it's pretty shocking that we're getting uh, a Switch related direct a week before the Switch 2 direct. I feel like that's more leaning towards that, and yeah, I just don't think it's gonna happen. Even if he was posting it, like retweeting it for a reason, I feel like he's doing it to troll more likely. But I could be wrong. Kid Icarus fans, I'm hoping for you, but at the same time, I feel like it's unlikely, and I feel like it's gonna be funny for the Copium, much like in the same way Hollow Knight is. Next up, this has been a bit of a tiny rumor for a while too, but apparently there's a lot of people, and there's also some insiders saying that Golden Sun is getting some kind of thing, and Camelot was working on something Golden Sun related for a good while, and I feel like that is going to be a remake to Dark Dawn from the Nintendo DS. I recently got into Golden Sun. I've been playing through the original, and I'm trying to get my way to it so I could go to Golden Sun 2 and play as Felix, who originally appeared in the first game. But yeah, I could see this getting a remake, especially since Nintendo could be like, oh look, now all three, especially since they had like a little special trailer for both Golden Sun 1 and 2 coming to NSO. I feel like them saying, hey look, all the Golden Sun games are now on Nintendo Switch would be pretty big. I remember I think Nate the Hate also said something about there is a Nintendo game that is niche but very popular. I think a lot of people will love it. So I feel like Golden Sun really fits that description. It is niche, but it is very popular, and a lot of people will love it because everybody's like, yeah. Even though I'm not a big fan of even though I never played Golden Sun games, I think it'd be cool if something Golden Sun happened. But yeah, and our last one for today is my current Let's Play of Super Mario Galaxy 2. Well, if Super Mario Galaxy 2 was now available on the Nintendo Switch. So yeah, basically, if Galaxy 1 controls were available for Galaxy 2, like, just your separate purchase that you could buy for, it's Mario's 40th anniversary. Wait, is it 40th? No, it's 35th anniversary this year, and I feel like this would be, this is Mario's 40th anniversary. Okay, never mind. Ugh. So this is Mario's 40th anniversary this year. I feel like they'll be like, hey, we have some big stuff that we want to announce, but first, we'll show that Super Mario Galaxy 2 is now coming to Nintendo Switch. You could buy it here for this fee, and it's now got updated controls, so you can use it with your Pro Controller. So I feel like that would be a pretty cool way to bring it onto the Nintendo Switch. It would be pretty cool. I don't know if they'll do it, but again, it's a chance. It's got a chance. But yeah, that is my predictions for tomorrow's Nintendo Direct. Again, I am not going to be able to watch it live. I hope you guys do understand that. I wish I could, but I have priorities to take care of. I will be trying to dodge social media as much as possible and watch this direct with friends. If I'm a little bit late, they'll probably watch it by myself. And again, try dodging social media, so I probably won't be on my phone much afterwards. I probably will turn off notifications from Wario 64 because I know Wario 64 tends to post whatever's announced by Nintendo from Nintendo Directs or even just any gaming company's presentations. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what your predictions for this Nintendo Direct are down below. And yeah, I hope you all are excited. This is going to be one incredible week to be a Nintendo fan. And I can't wait. We got this one on the 27th, and we have the April 2nd Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. I'm super excited. And we will see you guys tomorrow for my reaction. So, peace. I probably will do it live, by the way, so I'm not going to be doing it recording. I think I'm probably straight up going to be doing a live thing, so that way I could quickly do a thumbnail and it's already uploaded onto YouTube. So yeah, we'll see you guys then.